Hi, welcome to the Miserable Gamer, and we are playing Kona. My first look at this. This literally is as far as I've got with looking at it so far. All I know is it's based in the 70s in northern Canada, and it's an interactive narrative type of adventure with survival elements, I think. But I've heard some good things about it. Steam's rating is very positive, which is always a good thing, always a good sign. The Steam rating system is always a really good positive idea of how something's going to turn out. But anyway, let's dive straight in. I'm just going to check my options here. That's fine. Just leave that. Leave that as it is. Ugh. Mouse is really
Carl sought information for a living. That is to say that ever since he returned from Korea, after having served with the armed forces, he had been working as a private investigator in Montreal. William Hamilton, a rich industrialist, had gotten in touch with him regarding a simple vandalism issue. Nothing to write home about. Not worth hiring a private eye either, just so he can drive for hours on rough roads. But that's how it had always been. The client pays, Carl gets it done.
Oh, that's a nice way of looking at a map. Turn off. Oh, it's the radio through the map. Oh, okay. Okay, so we're right down the bottom left-hand corner there. Okay, how do we get rid of the map? Thank you.
They had set up to meet at the general store, his client's business. Well, actually, the entire village had William Hamilton's name written all over it.
Sounds like he's the patriarch of the entire village. The salt column, pillar of salt column, pillar of salt of the community.
When the roads were bad, muddy, or snowed in, it was customary around these parts to close them off. But it was also customary to ignore those signs entirely and drive there anyway.
Alright, so you're hinting I should just open the bridge up and drive on through. Well, he's not turned the engine off, so... What was that? Let's go and have a look up here. See if we can have a look at the lie of the land. The looky lie of the... you know what I mean. Open. So we've got some bolt cutters. Some fire starters. And some tools that we can't pick up. I'm guessing I would have gone to the gate and found that it had a padlock on it, and then wandered up here. Okay. I tend to do things screwy. I tend to like to look around before I proceed. And I felt that if I went over there, I would have been forced to proceed. So just checking I'm recording. Is this an outhouse? What's this? New flyer. Manastan, it will be good. Northern Quebec and its inexhaustible resources. The province of Quebec sits on an inexhaustible abundance of natural resources. Why not take advantage of this? Our valuable materials could travel the world and reach places as far as Dallas, USA. Travel the world and reach Dallas. Get involved and invest now. Quebec's economic might will be awakened at the heart of the wilderness. The north is swarming with wolves, caribou, bears, partridges, foxes, snowy owls, and hordes of other majestic creatures that every bit the equals of Africa's wildlife. We are the Africa of America. Come discover the north and experience a genuine white jungle. The county of Mastan and its people wish to see you very soon. Right, let's go and open this gate.
Hamilton never mentioned a road-blocking barrier. Why was it needed here in the back of Beyond? That would, however, be a mystery for another day. Carl had waited long enough for someone to come and raise it.
Well, that's a good job I found those bolt cutters then, wasn't it?
Hamilton is waiting for Carl in the general store. It was time for him to get down to business.
So I assume I'm playing Carl, but who's talking? Because he sounds like he's talking about himself, but he's... Is he talking about himself in the third person? Because that'd be very weird.
William Hamilton enjoyed a lavish country house built in the very heart of the northern forests, not too far from here. The local populace was divided when it came to the affluent man. Some saw a wealthy philanthropist dedicated to improving the region's economy. Others an aging Englishman who would do anything to further his fortunes. And those ones hated him enough to go on about scheming against him. Hamilton had recently acquired a few local businesses, but the last straw was the reopening of a mine, which gave rise to a wave of protests and threats from the Cree people. Given these circumstances, Carl reckoned that a good number of people must be feeling compelled to oppose Hamilton in one way or another. So far, only the industrialist's house had been a target, but soon enough, Carl thought, the target would become the man himself.
A few hours later. Let me just open my coffee.
Carl needed to get out of there. The cold and the pain required urgent care.
I'm stuck. And it's snowing now. It wasn't snowing a minute ago. What happened to the other person? Itchy finger. Let's do the right thing. Look, they brought the bridge down.
The driver had taken off. It was still best to check it out and leave nothing to chance. Carl needed help. It was a small, locked box engraved with the letters W.H. Carl thought about taking it. Nothing was to be left to chance.
How do I... There's obviously something... How do I get in the car? Ah, there we go. Isabel photo.
Carl wondered how long he would have to endure this skin-stinging cold.
First aid kit. Nothing else I can use. When under stress, Carl is less accurate and runs shorter distances.
This deep in the country, his last hope was to find an abandoned garage or a farm by the roadside. His life depended on it.
Right, which way do we go? Go this way. There's a tower up there. South Atamipek. Well, this looks helpful. Heat sources prevent Carl from freezing to death and save the game. We've got some logs. And we've got another log. We've got another log. We've got another log. I wonder if there's a limit to how much we can actually pick up. So we've got a journal, we've got equipment, we've got consumables, inventory and documents. Inventory, logs, fire starter, Polaroid film, matches, and pincer. So it doesn't seem to be a limit to... Oh, it's done by weight. Oh, okay. Okay. So that... I'm not sure how that works. A log is... you got this red and yellow. Let's try discarding a log. I'm assuming the yellow is how much space that is actually taking up.
Cold turned into pain. Carl needed to find someplace warm.
Yeah, I've got somewhere warm. Here we go. Got some matches.
Even better than he had hoped. Carl Faubert had succeeded once more, and was now on his way to new adventures.
Start a fire and get warm. That saves the game as well. See if there's anything else in here that we can scavenge. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so I think I'm as warm as I'm going to get. Yeah, as my heat starts going down now. Have a quick look up here. See if there's anything useful in the lookout. See if we can see anything. Get a looky lie of the land. There's nothing up here. Wonderful. So we've got a lake over there. Is that someone standing there, or is it a tree? It must be very cold up there with that wind chill. So let's get back downstairs. So I've got a terrible cough and cold at the moment. Right, is this chain going to help us get the car out, or what? The car's still running. What did that say? Deposit, withdraw items. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, snow chains. Alright, so it's on both wheels now. Right, so. Carl's in bad shape. He needs to heal his wounds and warm up his body before going. Oh, for God. Oh, that fire's still running. What's that? I don't really want to fire outside. Yeah, the fire's still running. That's cool. Alright then, that's equipment. No. Consumables, first aid kit. Use. Right, can I now go? Car should be warm because the engine's still running. There we go, that's better. Yeah, that's better. Right. Let's just take this easy. Shit, I can't bloody see a thing. Chevrolet. Manistan
Spread
region.
out on a few acres of untouched forest, bellowing caribou, everlasting snow, and undefiled lakes. The Manistan region was no tourist hub. It was said to have been populated for millennia by Cree people, and ever since the industrial era, by the metal mining industry.
1556. Oh, there's a mailbox. There must be someone's house down here. So I was just making you think that the game had frozen. Or the movie had frozen. The YouTube had locked up. Sorry. Roy's house.
Carl's military training had made him a very punctual man. Being late to his meeting with Hamilton was out of the question. Carl was dying to stretch his legs, but he had to stay focused on the task at hand.
Alright, so I can't stop at Roy's. I've got to get to Hamilton's. Okay.
Carl's military training had made him a very punctual man. Being late to his meeting with Hamilton was out of the question.
Yes, I know that. I can't look at the map either. That's again. Trying to look at the map and drive at the same time. Whoop. Let's put the map down.
The truck was running on fumes. Good thing that the general store was close by.
God, these loading things are a bit annoying.
Wouldn't surrender their divine nectar so easily. In all likelihood, they had to be switched on from inside the store. Something fell to the bottom of the box.
Oh.
Carl had no trouble recognizing his employer. He had been killed. There was no need to be a detective to figure that out. But only a detective could have noticed that the killer had to have been very close, that the fatal blow had been given before the victim even realized. What could be inside that envelope? Carl was taken aback. He knew this address. It was said to be the address of the P.O. box for the Canadian Secret Service.
Mr. John Vaughan, Montreal. Can we not open the envelope?
What could be inside that envelope? Carl was taken aback. He knew this address.
Yeah.
It was said to be the address of the P.O. box for the Canadian Secret Service.
Okay, so perhaps there's nothing in the envelope. Perhaps he's actually saying what could have been in the envelope.
Carl felt a chill down his spine and had a terrifying realization. If Hamilton was dead, then who was going to pay him?
Let's shut that door. Yep, shut the door. Thank you. Can we turn that bloody stereo?
An explosion suddenly occurred outside.
I'm not sure if I want to go outside.
Carl knew that Gilles Lachance was in charge of the general store. That made him one of Hamilton's employees. A very angry employee, as Carl could plainly see.
You know what, Hamilton? I have a frog in my throat, and when people have a frog in their throat, they do not take risks by going to work. Customers could catch it, right? I'm a wise man. Not to worry, I have a nice doctor's note, which I'm going to get out right now. Sadly, in the meantime, I will have to close down the shop, unless you'd like me to come and fill in for me. I wouldn't dare advise you. After all, you must know how it's done, since it's yours now. With kind regards, your dedicated manager, Giles. That's not, he's not, bitter at all, is he?
The snowstorm pummeled everything in its path. Carl was not surprised when he heard no tone.
There's a key. Secretary wouldn't be luxury in here. The general store also serves as a post office for the locals. What's that? In the dark, it's recommended to use a flashlight or a lantern. Have I got a flashlight? No, I don't want the bloody camera equipment. I've got a flashlight.
Jumping from that height was akin to tempting death. Perhaps that man on the snowmobile had seen enough of this world already. A nice picture of the Magasin Lachance store, seemingly taken the day it was first opened. It feels frozen in time, from an era long forgotten. Amateur hunters showing some pride at having killed a nice pelted beast. With men like this roaming the area, wolves would become extinct within 10 years, Carl thought.
What's that? It's a little bit difficult to get this place as a mess, yes. Thank you. It's a little bit difficult to get on those dots sometimes.
A radiator without power is as good as a wood stove without logs.
Right, so I'm guessing we've got to get the generator because we ain't going to be able to pump any fuel without power. Ooh, wolves.
Maintaining his composure, Carl recalled something from his military training. Wolves always stay away from populated areas. Wait, was it about bears?
How do we, controls. Alright, F flashlight. Silly me. Should have realised it'd be F for the flashlight. For flashlight. There's lots of these fireplaces around, which is handy. Oh, it's bloody locked, isn't it? It has to be bloody locked. I wonder what the bang was.
The murder weapon. What was that doing there, Carl wondered. Hamilton must have been determined to keep some information secret to post this key. Shame he got unlucky. Everything made sense now. Poor Hamilton's denunciation was interrupted, and he figured it would be best to lock everything up and send the key to his correspondent, who would receive the box later on. Clever, but not enough. That's what happens to ordinary people playing spy.
Are you done? It is as a citizen of Her Majesty in the free economic chambers of the world that I must address what follows to the proper authorities. The worst is happening at this very moment. I cannot write at length, but I am requesting immediate help from my country. I believe the free world is in grave danger. A member of my community, the Honourable... I don't need the flashlight. I like the way you leave footprints behind. That's very cool. Oh, crap it. So that wasn't the... I thought the key might have been the garage key. So the garage key must be still inside here somewhere. Now I need the flashlight. Thank you. Shut this... Oh, this door's shut. Cash register instructions. To open the cash register, press the price, 2 numbers minimum, press sell, crank 2 times, punch the machine if it doesn't work. Another flyer. Quebec's Klondike. Northern Quebec's economy is booming. The north of Chibougamau area's population will soon reach 30,000 souls, among which thousands of happy families will be prospering thanks to the hard labour of their fathers, who will be contributing valiantly in expanding Quebec's national wealth. Mines and hydroelectricity, hunting and fishing, the true Canadian dream, turn into your reality now. The mines, a sector in full expansion. Did you know that since 1960, Canada tripled the amount of resource royalties it collects? Did you know that the country's true source of richness is lying under your very feet at this very moment? The building of our schools and our hospitals depends on minerals. Exploiting our resources, the road to our future. The country of Manistan and its people wish to see you very soon. Definitely no key around here, is there? Ah, it's drawers. I don't know what that is. Ah, duct tape. Always handy. Matches. Customer credit. Louise.
According to that log, it seemed like the whole village owed some money to the general store. Carl was far more interested in the bunch of nearby addresses he had just gotten his hands on, though.
Garage key. That's what we need. Close that so it doesn't look like we're nicking stuff. Another first aid kit would be very handy. Ah, Canada. I'm assuming if the wires go here, there must be a generator in here. Hardware. Assume there's some sort of crafting element to this. Pliers. Yeah, don't want any. I don't know if this stuff's copyrighted or what. At least we know it's fragile. Where's the bloody generator? Plenty of food around. Ah, what's this?
Staring intently at the controls won't be enough to make that lift budge. The poor thing was out of power.
Alright, okay, so we've still got a... Come on, close the door. Come on, close the door. Thank you. Alright, so we've got a wood pile back there. We've got a, looks like a fire there. Fire pit, maybe.
Carl was used to strange phenomena, but a chunk of ice like this, as if an iceberg came out of the ground, that was a first.
What's that in the picture?
Prince? Carl found a surprise at every turn. Was the camera faulty, or was it a possible lead? It was so cold. Already Carl did not feel his toes anymore. Carl felt that the store and its surroundings still held their secrets, and he didn't like to miss out.
What are these ice things sticking out?
The Polaroid, Carl's long-standing and faithful ally, had seen its share of husbands caught red-handed cheating. There's always something out there waiting to be snapped away. Carl wondered what the hell could that thing be? It looked like a man fossilized in ice. All of a sudden, Carl felt like he was pulled inside a world of dreams, a cold, unknown dimension. Somehow, self-control was slipping from his grasp. To all appearances, this was a hunting log. Better yet, a war diary.
The beast enjoys long slumbers. Its sanctuary seems impregnable. Ice is everywhere. I need to exercise patience and wait for it to come out. To think like a hunter. The beast often invades the settlements bordering the lake. It terrorizes the white people. They never see it coming, but they feel its presence, a cold dread, grabbing at your innards. The beast excites the wolves, makes them more aggressive. One attacked me. I had to cut its throat. The blade digging into its flesh made the sound of a taut wire. The beast is getting closer to the villagers. It moves at night, bringing heavy snow and strong gusts of wind along with it. I tracked it to no avail. I do not know the white man frozen in ice, but I do know this. This is the work of the beast. Its attacks curdle the blood of its victim. White men know nothing of the source of the nature. I touched the ice imprisoning the white man. I saw things, but I do not understand them. It was as if past and present were one, or as if I was a spider, and with my eyes I could see backward and forward simultaneously. This beast, this creature, is not of this world. I must find the beast again, and if necessary, eliminate it. Sounds like Indian.
What could these engraved numbers mean?
739.
A fresh path suddenly appeared before Carl. Carl had that feeling you get when you immerse your frozen hands in hot water. What happened? Now at least he knew who the unfortunate man petrified in ice was. Gilles Lachance, the general store's manager himself. That had to be the worst parking job ever. Who was Carl to judge, though? It may be customary to park like that around these parts, or not.
Well, I didn't see that. No, I didn't see that when I drove down here. Back to the general store. Still no Jenny.
The cold was burning Carl. He would not hold up much longer. He had to warm himself. A milkman had to drive by every week to fill the bottles. The fresh milk indicated a recent visit.
Where the hell is the generator? This has changed. Has it changed? I thought it changed. What does the eye mean? When I see the eye. I really need to get a fire going somewhere. Where the hell is the generator? Oh, there it is. Idiot. Let's get a fire going before I die. So warmed up. That'll do. Why don't I see the bloody generator right there? Come on. That's magazine store garage.
The note explained that the garage and the store couldn't be supplied with electricity at the same time.
Okay, alright. So we don't need the garage right now. Why can we not turn this on?
Carl was no electrician, but he could identify a wiring problem when he saw one.
Right. Turn that stuff off. Alright, let's go and fill the truck up. Not going to bother taking the cap off. No, just going to pour it in there. Ah, fill up gas can. Why do I keep getting the bloody...
Carl knew straight away where to find the infuriated Gilles Lachance. Any good investigation would have to start there.
Right, I've got to go through here. Right. Any gas cans around here anywhere? Assume the gas can's going to be in the garage, isn't it? Right, so we've got to turn the store off, turn the garage on. So I don't know what the eye icon means. Oh, that's right. We had the lift, didn't we?
At long last, the crowbar was within Carl's grasp. Surely it would come in handy at some point.
Cleanest spot in the area. I'm looking for a gas can. Doesn't seem to be one there. If I've got one in the truck. And what do I need the crowbar for? Do I need to close doors behind me, or do they automatically close? Yeah, they automatically close. I've been wasting my time, haven't I? Let's put the logs in there. Where did I see a log pile? Assume logs are going to be helpful. Right. So where are we going to go? We can get out down there. want to make sure I've got everything I need from here. Nothing I'm missing, is there? No, I don't want to climb up. Alright, okay, so where do I want to go now? Right, okay, that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed that. It's an interesting game. Doesn't feel linear at all. Feels quite open, you know, for you to just sort of do what you want to work out what's going on. I have to have a think about where I want to go next. Okay, so please hit that like and subscribe button if you're enjoying this. Leave me a comment, let me know how I'm doing. Enable those notifications so you get informed of any videos that I put out. So it's just saved again. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.